What's up, guys?
Ow. Another day in Texas. Gotta get my sunscreen on. Oh yeah. Okay. And now we have bug spray. Okay. Gotta protect the legs, you know what I'm saying? Let me pull this way. So, you know, I'm in my same old. I'm starting to notice how cyclical my moods really are. Because I notice every single month I go through a week where I don't want to be seen. A week where I've got loads of ideas to film. Some moments where I'm more comfortable posting. But it's a very cyclical thing for me. I'm coming to notice. Oh, hey, didn't realize you were there. Didn't see you there. Bear with. Okay. Here I am. Okay. What now? Should we do a tarot reading? Oh, wait. Let me sit on my grass. Duh. Well, I have a mat. Here's my mat. What y'all think? Okay. Where should I put y'all? How about right here? Perfect. Okay. Get my hat on too. So what was I saying before? What was the point I was trying to make? That I'm on a very cyclical nature, and that honestly it can be very hard to identify that, because a lot of times when I'm feeling stressed out, I don't know that it's that, or I'm not able to remain conscious enough to know that it's just that. It's all a game in life, isn't it? Of just like trying not to react to stuff. It is all just a game, which kind of pisses me off. It pisses me off, but I guess if it is a game, then it's a game. Ain't nothing to be mad about. You know what I mean? And then I got the Queen of Cups upside down. Anyway, I don't really know what I'm asking the deck for. I just opened it up for any messages that want to come through at this time. Okay, we've got the Chariot. Oh my God, I love this one. Here's what I know about the Chariot. It has these two cats type things that represent, you know, horses, carriages. This very much represents a big move, things speeding up, going somewhere in a car, in a chariot, you know? 5, 6, 7. It's the 7th card. And what else? It's associated with the sign of Cancer. Whatever that means. Whatever the fuck that means. Okay, so I've got Chariot coming up. Guys, okay, I'm gonna do a read on the collective energy. If you're part of the collective, you gotta be part of my energy too. So if you're not part of my energy and you're watching this, I mean, that's fine. You can still watch it if you want. I don't know about the ethical implications of me telling you that this is a message for you. Because on one hand, I know a lot of readers do that. They're like, Spirit, what does the collective need to know right now? And I love watching those messages sometimes, but I'm still thinking about the ethical implications. I haven't looked at any cards yet. Justice is on the bottom of the deck. I'm not thinking of any. I am thinking of the ethical implications of sharing tarot, and that's been part of why I'm like slow to even share with people, because I don't want to. You know, one of the common things is just like dopamine. People watch readers for dopamine because the readers are kind of just like telling them of all the good things that are to come. It's not that I think that that is right or wrong. I mean, there's a place for it, and it totally does cause delusion in a lot of, or if you're already in kind of a state of psychosis and you watch these readings and it's like everything's great, or there are even some that can really feed paranoia. I personally try to avoid. It's like I've gotten them suggested in my YouTube feed. It's like the whole town is talking about you, you know. But when it comes to watching readings over the years, because it's been a couple years since I've almost 2 years since I first, there was a reading that came up for me on YouTube, and the synchronicity of that reading and stuff that happened in my life was so crazy to me that I began to wonder if maybe magic was real, if maybe tarot or psychic, you know, people that have this kind of psychic awareness. I really opened my mind up to that, and a lot of times it was like in part just me studying these readers, because I would get suggested different ones. Witch and Scythe is still somebody who I get suggested all the time, and I watch her videos. She's a very, very interesting person, and I can't help but analyze her as a person as well throughout her videos. But what I appreciate, she's a Capricorn. She really brings this like energy of, you know, she doesn't sugarcoat anything, but she's actually, you know, I respect her values and her sense of principles. She seems like a very principled, boundaried person. And yeah, she has lived a very interesting life and has all sorts of insights that I personally really enjoy. And she's definitely somebody that believes in, she herself talks about having a connection to the underworld, having done a lot of astral projection and psychedelics, which it's not just psychedelics that can connect you to these things, but a lot of times psychedelics will open a person up to, it changes their consciousness. It changes the way that they perceive the world, because, and this again is something that I don't believe every single day I wake up. I'm not like, we're all one consciousness necessarily, or I don't feel that and know that for sure in my heart, but I know that that's one of the principles of spirituality. And I have seen how in lots of different, I was going to say schools of thought, in lots of different religions, there are similar underlying spiritual principles. And in a lot of people's experiences with plant medicine, I think a lot of it is also indigenous wisdom as well. I think that there is, across all sorts of cultures and people, this connection to whatever you want to call it, the universe, God, source, and this understanding, I guess, a battle between light and dark, love and evil. And there's this oneness that we all came from God, that we all have divinity within us, and we're all interconnected. And you know, if you listen to something like The Power of Now, he really reflects on a lot of those spiritual ideas a lot. It's always something that almost stresses me out to talk about. But that's why I just can't look away. I've never been able to look away from, because me personally, I don't have a very strong faith in God necessarily. I have actually struggled a lot with feeling like wanting a connection with God and feeling like I don't have one, feeling kind of seeing all the pain and suffering in the world. And for me personally, it's not that I'm against religion, but I've seen how people can use religion to justify horrible things. And it's not just that, it's also that people can use religion to disconnect from themselves. Disconnect from themselves. They can disconnect from their bodies, from people around each other, because it turns into a system of control, right? And so anyway, that's all to say that I'm doing this reading, and I am an experimental person. That's how I view all of this. I'm not here to tell you what to believe or what to think. I'm experimenting with all of this myself, and so take it with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? And here we are, we're in the present moment together. I know for a fact that I need to be in the present moment. That is, you hear about that in The Power of Now. As just, spirituality. A lot of Buddhism as well, right? Buddhism, Vedic traditions and religions. Guys, I want to learn more. I want to be more educated about this stuff and maybe write about it or travel to places, talk to scholars, talk to experts in this area. Truthfully, that's my dream. And I have other things going on. Obviously, I got to figure out how to secure my own finances. I'm just showing you these cards that fell out. 5 of Cups. I gotta figure out, 6 of Pentacles. Justice and Strength. They're upside down though. I've got to figure out how to kind of get to a place where I can do that. And honestly, such a big part of getting to a place where I can do that is just letting myself be perceived by you guys. Because I have so much stuff I could share, but it's very uncomfortable for me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's very unnatural for me to be putting myself out there all the time. And it's not because I don't like to talk to people. I love connecting with people. It excites me to put my ideas out there, but it's harder to do over a digital platform than it is in person. You know what I mean? And yeah, I guess there's some vulnerability involved in all of that. Anyway, the Chariot is the card I keep picking. So what now? I could just go ahead and post this video. I struggle so much with it because I feel like I've spoken about all these random topics and it all makes sense to me. Here's the deal though. Here's the deal. I'm talking to myself when I say this. If I want to find people that get how I think, that understand what I'm saying, I have to make myself visible. If I keep on hiding, then it's going to be impossible for those people to find me because I'm not even going to show who I really am. So, even though I don't feel comfortable posting this video, I mean, I do, or do I not? I don't know. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put it on my YouTube right now, okay? And guys, if you want to join in on this collective energy, comment what the fuck you're going to do. And how you're going to make yourself more visible. Yeah. what do I title this video? This is the other thing that I always get caught up in. I pulled the Chariot, but yeah, I always get caught up. Do I go for SEO? I don't give a fuck about SEO. That's the truth. But I need it if I want anybody to see the video. You know what I'm saying? I need a little bit of SEO. Can't just throw it out the door. But it's also like, what if I just post it? What could I title this? Rant. Tarot rant. Rant, Chariot. Tarot rant, Chariot energy. Intuitive tarot. Tarot insights. I don't know what the fuck to call it, guys. I don't know what the fuck to call it. Okay, I'll call it that. I don't know what to call this. ... Perfect. I just need to be using more ellipses and creating more of a sense of mystery in my titles, I think, right? I'm overcomplicating it. I'm overcomplicating it. Guys, don't overcomplicate it. Or do, but learn from my mistakes. What is that? We got the 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 of Wands. I'm not really sure what that means. I see 8 wands. I see mountains at the bottom. I see beautiful. Look up here. You see that? Beautiful. I love that little orb up there. I don't think you can see it as well. And then we got the Knight of Swords on this side. Now the swords, or sorry, the King of Swords. The King of Swords is all about mastering your mind, right? So, I don't know what that means, but if you guys are willing to join me in the gray area of exploring this all, then let's go. Comment what you want me to do videos about, and what's interesting. Let's be intellectuals together. I invite you. Thank you.